Sankacharya Madhyam Asmaracharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Pranavanandam. Adorations to Lord Shiva without name and form, and with name and form. Without name and form, the origin of everything, the material cause, the efficient cause that came together to manifest the universe. And also, to sustain it, he would have come again as Adi Shankaracharya. And in the present age, so many saints and holy ones and realized souls and incarnations. For us at the BHARAT SEVASHRAM saying, we recognize that our very own Swami Parameshananda, who we affectionately call Guru Maharaj, is a manifestation of that Lord Shiva and consciousness. Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambho Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambho Om Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambho Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambho Om Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Om Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami Om Pranavam Sharanam Gacchami Om Acharyam Sharanam Gacchami Om Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Om Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami Om Pranavam Sharanam Gacchami Om Acharyam Sharanam Gacchami Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, I am not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm not the ego. I'm truth, consciousness, and bliss, Satchidanand. I'm omnipotent, I'm all powerful. I'm all pervading, I exist here, there, and everywhere. I know the past, present, and future. I am omniscient. I existed before creation as consciousness. From me, creation manifested itself. I entered into creation to give it life. I'm the driver in the body. This vehicle body is made up of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, space. It is constantly changing. One day for sure, this body will be lost, will be destroyed. I am not the mind, as the mind is a bundle of thoughts coming from the environment through the 5 senses: seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting. I react to the environment through my organs of action: mouth, hands, legs, organs of reproduction, and organs of elimination. The sense organs, the organs of actions, are instruments totally under my control as I navigate to rediscover that I am consciousness. I am not the intellect, the power of dispassion and discrimination, as the intellect is influenced and hijacked by the ego. My ego falsely identifies me as 1. I am what I have. 2. I am what I do. 3. I am my reputation. 4. I am different from you. 5. Things are missing in my life. And 6. That I am separated from consciousness. I am free from the body, mind, intellect, and ego identifications. I am consciousness. I am perfection. I am liberated. What profound statements. This is the encompassing of all scriptures. If we contemplate, meditate on this, we'll see a transformation. This morning, let us, we want to bring in all the deities to our puja this morning, because with devotion, faith and shraddha, then we'll build our relationship with God. This is the best way to start. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Satyam Shivam Sundaram Tapasiddha Vigraham Yogi Swaram Yogi Rajam Yogacharyam Namamyaham. Vyagraham Bharam Dharam Devam Shulahastam Subhairavam Namami Tvam Mahadivyam Divya Jyotir Vibhushatam. Om Acharyam Pranavam Devam Ashutosham Barapranam Namami Satchidanandam Sri Pranavananda Vigraham. Om Ahaitukam Prema Siddham Tapastejasa Diptimamtam Mahamukti Virataram Sri Pranavacharyam Namami. Om Namaste Bigana Samharte Namaste Ipsidapara Namaste Deva Devesha Namaste Siddhi Vinayaka. Om Vishadha Jnana Dehaya Trividi Divya Chakshuse Sriya Prati Nimetaya Nama Sumadhara Dharane. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Shiva Kshama Datri Swaha Swara Namastute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prada Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Sarva Papa Haro Devi Mahalakshmi Namo Astute. Om Saraswate Namo Nityam Bhadrakali Namo Nama Vera Viranta Viranga Vidyastaneva Evacha. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansa Chanur Mardhanam Devaki Paramandanam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Om Aparam Apahartaram Dataram Sarva Samparam Lokai Viramam Sriramam Bhoyo Bhoyo Namamyaham. Om Anjana Nandanam Viram Vajatam Kapisham Vande Sri Ramadutam Janaki Shokanashanam. Om Brahma Murari Sripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guruscha Shukra Shani Rahu Ketu Kurvantu Sarvamama Puja Safalam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om. All devotees, let us do the cleansing. We took a nice bath. Again, welcome to all devotees from all parts of the world. Here in Jamaica, Queens, New York, USA, is in the morning and just 8:15. And I know in India it's coming to the evening there. And so Nepal and Fiji and London and Canada, Guyana, Trinidad, you're all looking, and we're here to worship. And the best ingredients for worship is a concentrated mind. So let us keep that always in mind. Don't let the mind wander here and there. Take a good seat, and then you'll see the transformation will come. Om Gange Chayamane Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale asmin snanidhim kuru. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasa Pushkarani cha Tirtanyatani Punyani Kale Bhavantuha. We want to sip the water for internal cleansing. We made this place of pilgrimage with the waters from all the holy rivers and oceans. Om Amrito Pasternamasi Swaha. Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashas Srimaye Srayatam Swaha. Washing down. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya. Apo Bhavanta Pitaye Shanno Ravi Sravantunam. You can join with me as I touch the various parts of the body, taking the water, from touching the water in left hand with the two center fingers. Om Vak Vak mouth. Om Prana Prana nose. Om Chakshu Chakshu eyes. Om Srotram Srotram ears. Om Navi navel. Om Hridayam heart. Om Kantaha throat. Om Siraha head. Om Bahobhyam arms. Om Yashobalam legs. Om Karetala Kara Prishte. Now we want to invoke that mantra. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamarhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om. Now we want to light this. And we want to present the presence of light in with Mother Lakshmi. And join me. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampada Mama Satru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namo Astate. Light is the one that removes darkness and all ignorance also. Om. Devotees, join with me this morning as we chant the SANDHYA mantra. SANDHYA meaning prayers that we do in the morning. That's the first thing we want to do after a bath. And then the last thing before we go to bed, we should chant mantras, or when the sun is coming up and when the sun is going down. That's the right time. So let us join with this mantra. Om. Om Bhur. Om Bhuva. Om Swaha. Om Mana. Om Jana. Om Tapa. Om Satyam. Om Ritam Cha Satyam Cha Abhidat Tapasu Adhyayate Tato Ratradayata Tata Samudra Arnavat. Om Samudra Arnavat Adi Samvatsaro Ajayata Ahoratrani Vidat Vishasho Mishato Vasi. Om Surya Chandrama Sudata Yata Pulvam Kalpayat Devim Cha Pritavim Cha Antariksha Swa. And how beautiful meaning this mantra is. Tendency for creation arose in the divine mind of the absolute God, God without name and form. Then came chaos. Then came chaos with the chanting of Om, the sound of Om. Om. From that chanting, then came water. Then day and night, the sun, the moon, the heavenly worlds and the horizon, etc., were created as were in the previous creation, Palaya. Om Udutyam Jata Vedasam Devam Vahanti Ketava Drishye Vishwaya Suryam Om Advayam Tamasa Pari Swapashyanti Uttaram Devam Devatra Suryaganama Jyotiruttamam Om Chitram Devanam Udgalanikam Chakshur Mitrasya Varana Swagni Apradeva Prithvi Antariksham Shuryatma Jagata Taschu Sascha Swaha. O God, thou art beyond darkness, that the luminous sun represents thee. Everything in this universe proclaims thy glory. The wise are surprised and illumined by thy divine nature. Thou hast given vision to the sun, the sea god, the fire. The heaven and the middle region and the art are being sustained by you. Thou art the soul out of the universe. Om tak chakshur deva hitam purashtak shukchamucharat pashyema shararashatam jivema shararashatam srinyama shararashatam prabhama shararashatam avinashama shararashatam bhuyascha shararashatat. Omniscient God, let us see for many years. Let us live for many autumns. Let us hear all through our healthy life. Let us live more than 100 years. Om Brahmane Namah, Om Acharjabhyo Namah, Om Rishibhyo Namah, Om Devebhyo Namah, Om Vedebhyo Namah, Om Sarvabhyo Devebhyo Namah, Om Sarvabhyo Devebhyo Namah. Om Bhurabhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Join me. Om Bhurabhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Let us be in union with thy luminous nature, who is the creator of the three worlds and giver of our intellect. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayashkaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Adorations to Lord Shiva, that mantra. And now we want to invigorate all parts of our body, give it strength. Om Viryamasi Viryamoyi Dehi, Om Balamasi Balamoyi Dehi, Om Tejoasi Tejomoyi Dehi, Om Ojoasi Ojomoyi Dehi, Om Manyorasi Manyomoyi Dehi, Om Sahosi Sahomoyi Dehi. Salutations to the Almighty, the giver of bliss, happiness and peace. May we be blessed with energy, strength, glory, courage and patience. And now let us chant this universal peace prayer. We want to send this vibration of this prayer and all these mantras to all those who are suffering. I know we know in India, it's such a disaster. And our fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters and all are suffering so badly. We want to send that vibration so they could have the wisdom to understand that, the Lord has a play in everything. Strange as it may seem. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhuya Sarve Shantu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet Nandantu Sarva Bhutani Niratankani Santucha Pritirastu Parasparam Siddhirastu Chakarmanam Swastyastu Raju Nityapa Sham Prajas Satyadevastu Swastyastu Dvipade Nityam Shantirastu Chatushpade Shantirastu no Devasya Bhurbhuva Swashivam Tata Sarvataha Shantirastu no Sumya Bhavantu Bhutani Tvam Deva Jagatasrasta Pata Deva Tvamevahi Prajapalaye Devesham Shantim Kuru Jagatpate Yo me adyas nihate tasya Shivamastu Sadabhavam Yascha Madvishti Loke Asmin Sopi Bhadrani Pashyantu Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Let there be good to all. Let all be free from sickness. Let all see good and let none suffer. Let all be happy and fearless. Let there be sympathy for each other and success for all work. Let there be prosperity to the leader who protects the people every day and also to the people. Let the animals and all living beings and human beings be prosperous every day. Let there be peace in the gods and in the three worlds. Let us and all beings have peace everywhere. Creator and sustainer as thou art of the universe, thou encouragest godliness and establish peace amongst the people. Who is my friend today? Let him also be in peace. And who is my enemy? Let him also be in peace. Om, peace, peace, peace. Devotees, look at that last line. That we are praying for enemies. Because why? We call them so-called enemies because we have evolved to that level where we know that whatever is in every human being, it is in us. The same God that exists, the God without name and form exists in you, exists in me, and everyone. So if we can't see that, then we have to evolve. You know, in our lives, that these are some things that we should keep in mind. I like to read them out to you. Have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. In other words, we should be open-minded, that we shouldn't be staying inside our little minds, but our mind should become the divine mind. Don't die with your music still inside of you. In other words, we have the potential to be so great. We can sing, we can sing to our gods and goddesses. That's the practical thing. But our music is that divine power again. You can't give away what you don't have. In other words, whatever is in your mind, that is what you're going to speak and that's what you're going to act on. So let us cultivate a mind, a divine mind. So then we'll be giving bliss to everyone. We'll be thinking bliss. It will show in our face and it will come out in our words and our actions. Embrace silence. In other words, the language of God is meditation. That when you do meditation, first is japam by chanting mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, with the mind focus on Lord Shiva, without swaying, no chanchal mind. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And then what will happen? After a time, you lose your own identity and you go to that place where you transcend the body, mind, intellect, and ego, and you become that consciousness. That is the silence. That is the language of silence. Give up your personal history. You know, it is us who talk about our past and all the bad things that happen in our life. People will know about it. So why should we bring the past, all these negative things? All of us struggle, you know, in our path, in our evolution to perfection. So we shouldn't be ashamed of what we go through our lives, but give it up. Give up that past. Don't give up your personal history. Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. If you don't think about it, you won't talk about it. You can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. How beautiful it is. In other words, if you have a problem, then go to the Lord. Surrender yourself. Dunya ne chadhaye phool tujhe, main khud ko chadhane aaya hu. Mala saso ki banayi hai, तेरी याद उसी से समाई है, जन्मों से सोई भक्ति को गुरु आग जगाने आया हूँ, दुनिया ने चढ़ाए फूल तुझे, मैं खुद को चढ़ाने आया हूँ. It is not enough to offer flowers to the Lord. At all times, we can pray every minute, every second of the day. Why? Because we'll be giving up our minds. That is how you replace your little mind, your contaminated mind, your undeveloped intellect. Why? Because you want that divine mind. That is the purpose of life. Swami Parameshananda would have said, what is the goal of life? Self-realization. And when you have that self-realization, then you can give it to the world. Then this is the best gift you can give to the world. There are no justified resentments. There is no reason why you should hate someone. If you hate someone and you do introspection, you will always find out that you are the one that is the problem. You are the one with the weakness. So never go blame someone for your problems, because if you don't have control over your life and you want to give others control over your life, then the other way, you take control of your life and don't blame anyone for all your problems. Don't hate anyone. Treat yourself as if you already are what you like to be. We are divine beings having a human experience, not human beings having a divine experience. The one says that we are already gods and goddesses. We're on the last lap of the race to God realization. And so the human side is not predominant, but being spiritual is predominant. But we don't want to be like, okay, we are human beings having a human experience, spiritual experience. That puts us low on the scale of evolution. Always think that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And then wisdom is avoiding all thoughts that weaken you. In other words, imagine if you think of a bad thing, you're in a bad company, you gossip and you talk about others, then you're wasting your time. These are bad thoughts. Avoid these bad thoughts, because they will become your words, and this is the source of all your trouble. That's when the Rajasic quality is dominant, because that's the source of all sin, that we become overactive. We can't sit quietly. Not that we are lazy, you don't want to be lazy, but sit quietly after you do all your duties and you go into introspection. And then treasure divinity. We are all gods and goddesses. How can we be everything? Let me ask you the question, devotees. Where did you come from? We came from that place of consciousness. At one point in time, we didn't have a name and a body, a name and a form. There was no space and time. But over the many, and then we took birth, and just like Lord Shiva and Mother Durga took birth out of the consciousness. But over many, many births, we've been falling, and we lost contact to who we really are. We are that consciousness. So this morning, glad to have you here with Saturday morning satsang, Saturday afternoon satsang, and let us make preparation to pay adorations to Guru Maharaj, Swami Parameshananda, or the God of your choice. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Namo Namah, Namo Namah, Namo Namah, Namo Namah. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Namo Namah. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Tum hi Brahma Vishnu, tum hi Maheshwara, Devadi Deva Mahadevaya Namah. Tum hi Harihara, He Trishuladhari, Tumi Bholanat Prabhu Krishna Murari. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Oh Guru Maharaj, we worship in you this morning as the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Oh, let us all join in the act of surrendering and let us develop that divine mind. Om Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasrakshu Sahasrapad Sahumin Sarvato Sritva Atyatishta Dashangulam Om Sarvatah Pani Param Tat Sarvato Akshishiromukam Sarvatah Sroti Maloke Sarvamavritya Tishtati Om Jyoti Shama Pita Jyoti Tamasa Paramuchyati Jnanam Geyam Jnanagamyam Riddhi Sarvasya Vishtitam Om Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasho Sharanam Sure Prava Pralaya Sthanam Nidhanam Bijam Abhayam Om Tvamadi Deva Purusho Purana Tvamasya Visvasya Param Nidhanam Tvamabhayo Swasvata Dharma Gupta Sanatanasvam Purusho Matome Om Pitasi Lokasya Characharasya Tvamasya Pujasya Garur Garyam Natvatsamo asti abhyadika Kutyo anyo lokatraye Apya pratimam prabhao Karo jaya Guru Om Karo jaya Shiva Om Om Karo jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Charo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Please take a flower. Just use the mind. Imagine you're holding this flower in your hand as you surrender yourself. Join with me in this closing prayer, a prayer that adores the Guru. And before that, I just want to read one little paragraph. Yoga, meditation, austerity, worship, prayer, charity, sacrificial rites, self-discipline, fasting, and pilgrimage, although important, cannot conform upon human beings his cherished salvation unless he wholeheartedly takes refuge in the Guru, the manifestation of consciousness, and depends on his mercy. Today, we're taking refuge at the Lord of your choice. For me, at Bharat SEVASHRAM, Swami Parameshananda, a practical God. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjana Gurur Vakyam Sara Satyam Satyameva Paramam Param. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Pitri Matri Surira Bandhu Vidyatirtani Devata Natulyam Guruna Segram Sparshayet Paramam Param. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Dhyana Murti Dantwatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham. Om Ekam Nityam Vimalam Chalam Sarvara Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurutam Namami. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Oh Guruji, only you through your grace that we can transcend this illusionary creation manifestation of yours. Give us that wisdom. Help us to come out of your illusion. We want to go back to where we are. And we know it's an internal journey. Help us to start this journey and sustain it. Devotees, again, nice to see you in this morning. And a close-up of the altar. And hope and blessings for a beautiful day. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.